Welcome back to the Stupid Humans Internet Talk Show, episode 11. Well, the show must go on, and we are number 2 in all podcasts. Shit. Anyway. Now, you're just sitting there, oh, God damn it, Mike. Here we go again. Nothing on Netflix, so give us a listen, subscribe. You know, we're here to laugh, joke, poke fun, and just ridicule the stupidity that surrounds us. This little blue marble that we live on is filled with morons.
It is.
It is. And we're here to pull back the curtain and reveal the Wizard of Stoopid. My name is Mick Ribb, and I am going to be your host and tour guide, and I've got my coronavirus-protected fucking glove-wearing co-host.
We're so licking
Big
you.
Mikey P, how's the rash, fella?
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Again.
Here we go.
Konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa? Yeah, but you got to make sure
Buenos
it's a
dias.
Japanese girl.
No coronas.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And we have the beautiful and lovely, as always, Miss Tina, who's going to give us some updates on what. Oh, yeah. Sexy girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's me.
Oh, yeah. Sexy, sexy. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm getting clearance to get rid of this boot, and I'm going to be walking, man. And I got to tell you, it's early, about a week and change early. The doctor's going to look at the x-rays tomorrow or Thursday. And I got to tell you, Mike and Tina, it was because of Hemp Perfection. It helped the swelling go down immediately. It helped with my anxiety and stress from sitting in that fucking house. And the guys at Hemp Perfection have been fantastic, and they have decided to give us a coupon to give to you in exchange for buying their products. So check out the Buy Hemp Perfection website. If you see something you like, a tincture, a lotion, a gummy, any of the fun stuff that they have, use a coupon code at checkout. It's MickRib10. You get 10% off and always free shipping. So buyhempperfection.com. Check it out. Anyway, Tina's back in studio, and we love having her here. But she's got a little update for us because the last time you were here, you were prepping for your pooping.
For my pooping, for my colonoscopy.
Your colonoscopy, yeah.
Thank God that's over.
So you had to do, I'll just recap. I don't remember what episode it was, but you were in here, you came in with a couple of gallons of some clear liquid.
It was huge.
Yeah, voluminous.
Voluminous. Was mixing it with the Gatorade. Yeah, that's right.
And then your butt was like holding your thumb over a garden hose.
Driving home. Was tough.
We should have stayed on the air a little longer.
We
could have had another shit story.
We could have, absolutely. But I made it in the house.
Look out!
Incoming!
That's right. Anchors away.
It was bad.
That's right.
It was really bad. So
the procedure went well?
It did.
Okay. You want to give us any details of I mean, you never did answer the question I had for you. How big is the probe? Is it like the microphone?
So I have pictures. I was going to bring them today, but I didn't.
We'll put them on our website.
So
there's no baby album.
R-rated?
It's well,
like
you know
a baby album.
You know it is like a baby album. I've been carrying it around with me. I've been showing everybody. So it has everything from your anus, the beginning part, the asshole, all the way through
the pucker.
Yes. The pucker.
So we get to see your asshole?
You do, and you know what?
Man.
There's a hemorrhoid there. It's a little tiny little hemorrhoid. It's so disgusting.
It's such a cutie.
I'm like, so cute. I'm like, can't you take care of that? They're like,
don't you
no,
just wish they would stay young forever?
I know, it's only going to get worse, isn't it?
That's right.
Ugh. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you're walking around showing people pictures of your asshole?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And you're next time you come in, you're gonna bring the photos with you.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought I did, but I have other photos. So
did they have like a photographer in the
it's like a tube. It's like a little black tube that goes in there. It took me a while when I was looking. They didn't tell me.
This is actually the procedure.
This is the procedure. So they have a little tube that they kind of stick in your ass.
All right.
And so they don't tell you. I mean, obviously that's how they do it.
So they start with the tube. Right,
correct.
They get the tube in there. That's basically like putting
It's called Journey to the Center of Tina.
That's right. But you got to make sure you're all cleaned out. So that's why I was taking and drinking those liquids.
All right.
And I was cleaned out. I think Jules said it last time. It's like turning on a faucet of water.
All right,
and that's all it was.
I think she said putting your thumb over the garden hose.
Yeah, it was just
and turning it on full.
It was, and the thing I was the biggest baby about was 2 things: nausea,
All
which
right.
I hate, and the other thing was how sore your butthole gets.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
it's sore. Like this is worse than childbirth.
How big
to
is the
me.
tube? Is it like?
Well,
is
no,
it like
this
a pill
is
bottle?
before. This is before you go in. I don't feel the tube go in because I'm
Oh.
out.
Oh,
But
yeah.
as I was relieving myself as I was shitting,
Evacuating.
evacuating.
Oh, it's
so
like-
then you go to
it's like-
Pat, and
Oh,
it's like
it's sore.
painful.
Oh,
Well,
it's
that's
like-
where the
It's like
hemorrhoid
on
came
fire.
It's like a weekend bender at Taco Bell.
That's
right.
exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
exactly
oh,
what it was.
never again.
from.
I always thought at Taco Bell they should just serve the food right in the bathroom. You know? Oh, we have a stall open for you, sir. What would you like today?
That's right. We have a stall open.
Yeah, and the kids are always like, "Can't we go to Taco Bell?" I'm like,
Can we get a stall for 3, please?
No. That's right.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
the
it was-
colon blow, please.
Yeah.
It was
Uh-huh.
exactly like that. So, yeah.
So the procedure in and out,
So
figuratively speaking.
it was in and out. Yep. The worst part.
All right, hold on a second, Tina. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just looking down at the end of the fucking console and I see Mike and he looks like he's ready to perform this procedure. He's got his fucking rubber gloves on.
Great. My Smurf gloves.
I just so you know, I rub my balls on your microphone anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Great.
Balls.
What the fuck
Yummy.
is with
I
the? And they're
love
not
it.
even like a good blue. They're like a weird, awkward blue.
They're mechanics blue.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It's like hardcore manly man blue gloves.
They're not. They're not
right.
fairy.
Why does that one finger shiny?
Well,
It was a long ride over here.
Anyway, I'm
right,
sorry, Tina.
back to your
Continue with
story.
your story.
continue with my story. Well, so the worst part for me was really just kind of being out, and there's a big section of the time period that I do not recall.
Oh,
So
so you blacked out basically.
yeah, and then when I woke up,
We didn't get any information.
your cousin was
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I had no memory, so I had to call her today
and
get a run.
So wait a minute. Oh.
So I woke up and
so this is there was an old joke that it said if we were to go camping,
Uh-huh.
Tina, I'm not asking Mike. If we were to go camping and you woke up the next morning with your pants around your ankle and your butt sore, would you tell anybody? And the answer could go either way.
With
Yes,
us?
let's go camping. No, let's go camping.
with us, you know, we would tell. We'd be like, "Is your ass sore? My ass is sore. What's going on? Look at my ass. Can you look at it? Does it look sore?"
Any story that starts out with "I don't remember a thing in my ass" hurts.
That's right. So that is really, I mean, that's got to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
My ass hurt before. It didn't hurt after.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, that's
So
good.
it was good.
All right,
But
that's good.
as I woke up, I saw Nora sitting there, and I thought she'd just walked in.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hello." And they told you could wear a shirt. So I have a shirt on. I have no pants on. And I have a gown over the shirt. So I'm looking really pretty here.
Right.
She just starts laughing at me hysterically. And I'm like, "What? What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, like 3 beds down, there's this couple, and they're staring right at me. And I'm like, "What?" So I'm swearing. And
Right.
I'm like, "What the fuck are they looking at?" Nora's like, "Shh." Nurse comes over. She's laughing. I'm like, "I'm going to take them on. I got to get out of this bed. I'm going to fight them." I mean, I was really ready to fight them because they kept staring at us. And then Nora sent me a picture that she had taken of me out cold.
Oh yeah.
And I literally,
You look dead.
I looked dead. I looked like a dead Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
And so Nora said, maybe they were looking at you because they thought you were Hillary Clinton.
Eh.
And I'm like,
Did you ever find
"Maybe."
out? Did you fight him?
For some people, that would be a
Were they
prayer
old people?
answered.
And you're
Were-
not a fighter, Tina. You're not a
What? I gave Nora cauliflower ear back in the day.
I remember.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's the only person I ever fought.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's got to have a
ex-husband.
good fight story.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got.
I think that'll help kids nowadays if they could just have more fights. Because goddamn, there are a lot of safe.
They
bubble
do. It's just
Yeah.
over text message.
I'm talking. Well, see, that's the thing.
Physical
You could be an
fights.
asshole, raging asshole over a text. I'm talking about the thing that gives you humility.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone needs
Once
to
Getting
know.
your fucking eye
Once
blackened.
you,
Right.
yeah, once you've had your lip split open,
Right.
Yep.
Bloody
you're like,
nose.
yeah, okay, there's consequences for my words.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
You're
No,
right.
Mm-mm.
Everyone should
there's-
know what that feels like.
Yeah.
They should, but they don't. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
This has nothing to do with my kids, by the way.
Well, that's your responsibility to beat the shit out of your own
Yes, I
children.
know, I know.
You know, nothing a good fist
Yeah.
won't fix.
Well, here's the problem: is that they're both tougher than I am.
Oh,
so-
is that what it is?
Oh.
Yeah, they both have black belts.
So.
Oh.
Yeah, they've been
They also
punched. They've been punched a couple of times.
Yeah, but they only
That's
weigh
good.
like fucking 85 pounds. You could
Dude,
fart
they-
them to the ground.
Dude, they would fucking kill you, especially now in your hobbled state of affairs. Yeah, you gotta
Anyway.
watch out.
So there was a period of time where you woke up, and obviously some things happened while you were coming out of this coma that you were in.
Correct. Everybody was staring at me, and I got fighty. Wanted to fight everybody.
You wanted to fight everybody.
I did want to fight everybody. Apparently, I ate some cookies.
Okay.
I had no idea that I did that. I was trying to offer them up to people, and.
But you were you were an angry drunk who was being generous.
That's exactly it. And
you
I
were
have
like,
no.
I hate you. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
Here, have a cookie.
That's the
And I
worst
have
part
no
of the whole
recollection.
story.
It is.
You had cookies and you don't remember
I
it.
don't. And apparently they sucked because I made Nora eat them.
Oh.
So,
All right.
That's a substitute for cauliflower ear now.
So,
You can
Eating
So you're-
shitty cookies.
so your pucker all back together now. Everything good?
I'm good, except for that little hemorrhoid. Now I can feel it all the time.
Is it on purpose that you're back there touching it all the time?
Sometimes it is.
It's Tina
Listen,
Jr.
I live alone. I
Mike.
live alone now, so I can do those things.
Nice. I'm going to get a better look at this thing. I think it's grown a little.
But you know those pictures that we were talking about
Do you
earlier?
have a mirror that's special
No,
for staring
no,
at
I
it?
don't.
Do you
I
like a
don't.
handheld that you hold?
That's right.
I used to sell Mary Kay. I shouldn't tell this story on the air, but I'm going to. And they had
Nobody's listening.
Your secret's safe with all 8 of us.
They had little pink mirrors that would fold open, and you used them at the parties and stuff. So I was a Mary Kay lady, and I walked in the bedroom one day, and my ex-husband.
Right.
We all know my ex-husband. He's a big, burly carpenter, hates everybody, fuck is every other word, drinks Pepsi all the time. He literally had no pants on. His legs were spread wide eagle, and he had the mirror, the Mary Kay mirror, just looking up his ass. He had his butt cheeks spread as far as he could. And I walked in there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I had to put that in front of some ladies, so she could put her makeup on and stuff.
Right. Your
There was
junk on it.
I think there was a fight after that.
So did you ever did he disclose what he was looking at his asshole?
To this day, I have no idea. I'm assuming it had to be maybe a hemorrhoid.
And maybe a hemorrhoid?
It turned into a fight.
It turned into a fight because you walked in.
I did, because I walked in on him using my Mary Kay mirror to look at his ass.
Oh, that should have been a funny story. Not
I
a fight, and
know.
hence the X.
It is a
Hey,
funny
but-
story.
I mean, I don't know how I would react to just being walked in on in that particular situation. But I think there's got to be some kind of comic relief
Oh
in
my
that.
God!
I mean,
Have you seen my keys?
Exactly.
You can find them anywhere.
exactly. I was thinking remote.
The TV keeps changing the channels. I can't find it.
Every time I cough, it fucking goes to C-SPAN. And I don't know what the fuck it is.
Maybe that's what he was looking for.
Oh my
The
God.
remote.
That's funny.
Anyway, yeah.
Could be.
That's just, you got to come up with something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Come on.
You know, you got.
Yeah, you got to run with that one.
I know
was a
it's
good
it's
one.
like a
Jesus.
softball, and you served it to yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Nope, he was.
No, he didn't. He wasn't. He was kind of uptight with that kind of stuff.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Anyway, you're better off with that.
But
Moving
but
on.
the pictures show the tube going in my ass.
All
That's
right.
pretty erotic.
Erotic?
I don't know.
Say it
Medical
in a
porn.
sentence. Hey now.
Hey now,
Hey now.
it's pretty erotic.
Say it again.
The tube
when
in
they
my-
slide the tube in.
Love when they slide the tube. They gelled me all up.
All right. All
They
right.
slid but I looking at it, I'm like, what? What is that?
Is that my
Is that my pucker? Is that what's that black thing? I mean, I really was. Took me
Black
a while.
thing?
It's black.
the
It's-
hemorrhoids are black?
No, honey, the tube's black.
Oh.
The hemorrhoid's like purple.
Yeah, it looks like a grape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little tiny grape.
Yeah. Or a
Yeah.
tick.
You put little eyes on it. No, not tick. It's bigger than a tick, smaller than a grape.
If,
okay.
if you ever had a baby or you're over the age of 28.
I'm lucky. I haven't had one.
I've done both those things.
Seriously?
Yeah, I've never had one.
Oh my
Mm-mm.
God.
No, I've been lucky.
Yeah.
I thought, but you know what? I broke my leg. I was sitting on the concrete in the fucking cold. It was like 6 degrees outside, and I sat there for about 15 minutes waiting for the ambulance. And the only thing I could think of, other than my dogs are in one hand and my ankles in the other,
Sure.
was I'm going to get a fucking hemorrhoid from sitting on this fucking. It's so
That was my only thought.
So let me ask a question: do hemorrhoids go away, or are they there forever?
I think you push them back in.
Huh.
I don't know. I
They
don't.
kind of do their own thing. I mean, they do disappear and then they come back if you get if you get upset or This is all hypothetically, I hear.
Yeah. So it is a beautiful day out today. Looking at the beautiful downtown Monroe Avenue at the corner of Oxford, broadcasting in our studios that are high above the clouds at the Liquid Cloud Lounge. And I got to tell you, it's been beautiful today. I mean, it's cold. It's like 46, but man, is it gorgeous out.
Yeah.
Lots of vitamin D out there.
Yeah, it's good, man. You know,
We need
46 degrees, people are wearing shorts already. They said,
Well,
fuck
yeah.
it. Fuck it. Spring's here.
You know what
At
I
a
did see
certain point,
though?
that's what happens.
You know what I did see today, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I saw a guy in a unicycle, right? Right. It was an off-road style tire, right? And I never could understand the philosophy behind a unicycle because there's no speed. There's no, you're not going great distances. It's a lot of work with the balancing and all that shit.
Yeah.
And if you're not a fucking circus clown and juggling, there's really no fucking use for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is fucking useless.
But it had like a knobby tire on it. It was oversized. It was like a 26-inch rim. It wasn't like a little. Yeah, it was like it was an off-road unicycle.
He's an off-road circus clown wannabe.
I'm like, what is the point?
Did you ever ride your bike and take your hands off the handlebars?
Well, yeah, but that's not the same. That's because you're doing 30 miles an hour. You got the wind in your hair, and you're like, it's like standing on the bow of the Titanic. You know what I mean? It's. Unicycle, you're fucking wobbling around and trying to keep your balance.
I mean, I will say it's cool. There was about 3 months as a teenager. I figured out how to do it.
Really?
Yes.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I bet you got all the girls.
No, that was not something you do in the presence of
women. You know what he got from that? One of those foam orange noses and a fucking set of juggling balls.
That's right.
And if it didn't stick, you didn't go to the circus.
That's right.
You know, it's not a conveyance. You know what I mean? It's not
attracted chicks faster than a pogo stick.
Yeah. Wow.
A guy in a pogo stick. Yeah, that's real fucking hot.
I mean, I get the fun, but there was literally, the guy pedaled all the way up the street, and then he came across and got some food.
It's about attention.
It's kind of, I think. It's kind of cool. I mean, if I could do that, it's good for your core, you know?
That's good. Now
it's
going to be a
exercise.
Yeah, it'd be like
I don't know. It's something different.
The unicycle craze.
Well, you know the hardest part about riding one of those things is?
Hemorrhoids.
Telling your parents you're gay.
Kaboom.
I think they'd know by then.
or even more disturbing, you're a clown.
Oh, let's not go there. Clowns scare me. Clowns are evil.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know. I love clowns.
Oh.
I do.
Yeah.
I love them.
Nope.
Even the creepy ones, they're my favorite.
Nope.
See, they don't creep me out, but I mean, there are people. Maybe I guess you're one of them.
Like 'em.
They just fucking
I can't
creep
stand
people
'em.
the hell out, especially after it. The
Yeah.
movie It.
Oh,
I can't watch it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I want them to do just over and over again.
Nope.
We watched that like a religious event in my house.
Oh yeah,
even
absolutely.
with my kids. God help me, I'm a terrible parent.
But like Colin called in the other day. He's scared of midgets or
Really?
little people. I don't want to call them midgets. I guess they're little people, right?
He's scared of
Oh.
them?
He's scared of them. He's scared of midgets.
I'd rather be called a midget than a little person.
That's what I thought too, but yeah, I guess
I
it's
would
not
too.
We're
Little
not
person.
We're not politically correct anyway. But
You don't want
I
little
agree.
with anything. I
Right.
mean, unless
Actually-
you're a woman. But a man,
Not being one, I would like to be called dwarf because dwarfs are badass. I
Dwar-
associate
but
dwarfs
dwar-
with battle axes.
Yeah, but dwarves are different. That's different.
I'm an idiot. I don't know.
Midgets and dwarves are two different. It's a
Oh,
I don't want to say birth defect or it's a chromosome situation, but
Sure.
one is dwarfism and the other one is midgetism.
I
don't-
heard that.
it's
Oh.
two separate things. You notice they're
What was
yeah.
Tom Thumb? General Tom Thumb, the smallest guy that hung out with P.T. Burnham. What
I
was
have
he?
no idea.
Oh.
He was a midget.
He was tiny.
He was a
He was
midget.
tiny
He was.
everywhere.
Yeah,
he was a
he
midget.
was.
Yeah, he was. But he had that dude was like a millionaire when he retired.
Well, yeah. I mean, come
He
on.
was
they're
wealthy, very wealthy.
They didn't have Netflix back then. So
Yeah,
they had
yeah, that
nothing
was
to
it.
do.
It was
Yeah.
it. It's like,
And he was like, "Listen, man, I got you by the short and curlies because that's,
That's
the
right.
only thing I can reach.
yeah.
You're
ever seen
gonna
a
pay
2-foot
me, fucker."
That's right. Hey, you want to see a 2-foot Napoleon? Fork over some dough.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
That's
what it
funny.
sounded like in my house last night.
Anyway,
Oh, that was terrible.
I'm looking for the fucking car crash. I'm looking for it. Oh.
We miss Jules.
Yeah.
She's the one that makes it funny.
Yeah,
There.
Jules is good.
I know.
She was in the other day. We had her on the show. She came
Yeah.
back in. We tried. Well, yeah, we had to fucking find a replacement for you because you
Sorry.
blew me off.
I got busy.
Well, I'm glad that your ass is doing okay.
Thank you.
And what they were looking at, I'm assuming, is all good.
Actually, so I have diverticulitis,
Okay, what
which all Americans have. It's just little pits, but
pits?
Yeah, just like little bubbles.
Little bubbles
that are
of
in
what?
there. I don't know. Just
They can be painful.
they can be.
Yeah.
That's what my other ex-husband had. That exploded. His turned into diverticulosis, and it exploded
Like
inside his body.
Like a flower?
No.
Diverticulosis?
Yeah, no. It there's a hole in his intestine, and so the feces was just rolling all around.
Wow.
And I kept calling him a baby. I'm like, you're a baby. You're always sick. You're a hypochondriac.
And why does your breath always smell like shit?
Exactly. And then I looked it up on the internet, and I'm like, we better go to the hospital now. And
Ooh.
they took out 8 inches of his intestine, and then he had a colostomy bag, which is a poop bag,
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
for 6 months.
Oh.
There was no sex then.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
hold my bag?
Nope.
We're going to be doing phone sex.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I don't think I could even do that.
Nope.
I'll be like, where's the bag right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like
I know you're
Is the-
touching yourself, but where's the bag?
Well,
Is
we
the
used to have
bag
to clean
listening?
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
That was the
That does
beginning of
sound
the
horrific.
end.
Yeah. The beginning of the end.
Oh.
Where are you on your sound effects? You're just.
know.
Yeah. I'm not feeling 100% today. I got to tell you, I'm just.
Oh, great.
Oh, fucking great.
No,
Tell us
no,
now.
not weather-wise, not health-wise. I'm
Oh.
just kind of like flat. I'm like, you know what it is that I've been fucking cooped up,
Yeah.
right? And then I sneak out here and I do the show, and I had all kinds of ideas and I didn't jot them down, and now I forgot what the hell we were going to talk about. and I'm just I'm flat. You know what I
Let's
mean?
call Nora.
Yeah, you know what it is, and I'll be honest. I drank a little too much last night.
You did?
Yeah,
Whoopsie.
I'm feeling a little brittle. I got into the peanut butter whiskey and the Screwball, and Kelly bought 2 bottles,
Oh, that's how that turned out.
and
then.
she had a little game that she was playing with her girlfriends online. So she had so at 8:00, she grabs a shot glass and a bottle, and she goes upstairs, and I'm going, wait a minute, what? Did you buy 2 bottles? She said yes, and I'm like, okay. So she went upstairs. And they're cackling and laughing, and I'm like, I'm going to get a drink. So I went in the kitchen and poured myself a little beverage, and it tasted like another. You know what I mean? I finished that one. I was like, yep, I want another one. Yeah, and and I'm holding my fingers up with about 3 inches left in the bottle, both of the bottles.
Oh.
Yeah, she emerged about 2.5 hours later from her party, and I'm like, wow, you really beat that fucking bottle up. And then I went in and got myself a drink, and I'm like, drank as much as she did. Well, I can't say shit.
Does it,
Whoopsie.
does it really taste like peanut butter?
Unbelievable. It is so freaking good.
Oh, that's
It is
dangerous.
so good. Yes.
Who makes this stuff?
It's called Screwball. It's S
That's all right. So it's the
Skrew. Screwball. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it tastes just like peanut butter. In fact, we got some. I think it's Drambuie, which is a raspberry liqueur. You know that round thing.
Yeah.
And if you do like a half and half, it's a peanut butter and jelly shot. It's so good, and it's so
Should
good.
I start drinking again?
Hey, that's up to you, Bubby. Your kids are grown, so
I
there's not going to
missed-
be any traumatic
I missed
situation.
all this stuff, all this
Yeah.
really good stuff they have out now.
Yeah, I mean, you know your limits, and you know yourself. I mean, it's you're.
You guys would lose a DD. If I
Yeah,
quit
and
drinking.
you know what? But you would lose all kinds of the comics shit relief that you get from watching us act like
I
assholes.
love
I
watching you
know.
guys. It's my favorite.
Yeah, so
I've protected you from fights and
Yourself.
urination, public
Yes.
urination.
you've held our hair while we
Held
threw
it
up.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Good time.
Yeah, I know it's terrible.
It's good.
Yeah, so we got into a little bit of baseball last time we were here, and it prompted me to go through my Rolodex of my minuscule little mind, and because we were talking about the Yankees, and we were talking about favorite players, and Don Mattingly and Bucky Dent, and we're bringing up all these different players, and one of the, I guess he was one of my favorite players, but not because. not because he was a great athlete, because they had a team of reporters follow Yogi Berra around. Because he said some of the funniest shit in history. I mean, just a
non sequiturs, man.
Yeah, I mean,
the king.
Oh yeah, just hysterical shit. I mean, the guy. Literally was a walking soundbite.
Yeah, and straight.
But he played. He played for the Yankees back in the 30s. 40s.
I thought it was 50s, but I don't know.
50s.
Yeah.
Well, he was born in
When I was a kid, he was
1925.
a third-base coach.
So 45, he would have probably started playing in
Yeah.
that era. Yeah. So he said the stuff that he said. I'm just going to read some of his quotes because they're hysterical, and we can talk about them. But when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Profound.
I mean, and he was just, and the look that he had, right, was like this funny, crusty catcher. Always got dirt underneath his fingernails.
Oh, yeah.
Always just
The life of the party.
Yep, and just wanted to make everybody happy, right?
He was a man's man.
He was.
Yeah.
He was great.
He said, "It's deja vu all over again."
And how many times has that been ripped off?
Oh yeah, I mean,
everybody. They probably don't know where it came from.
and that's why I'm bringing this up, because this, like I said, I mean, it was decades of stuff that he said, and he said it right up till the day he died. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he just
Hit us with another.
You can observe a lot by just watching.
I love that one. I love that one.
And the thing is that he wasn't a
That's
dumb.
awesome.
He wasn't a dumb guy. You know what I
No,
mean?
not
He
at
wasn't a
all.
dumb guy. He got it mixed up, and he couldn't help. But I love the as he got later in life, he was interviewed, and he said I think it was Gumbel. He said to him, he says, "Always go to other people's funerals, unless if you don't, they won't come to yours." Yogi, they're going to be dead. If you go to their funeral, they're not coming to yours. A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore.
He said, "It ain't over till it's over."
It ain't over.
I
till
didn't
it's
know
over.
that.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over.
How about this one? We have a good time together, even when we're not together. That's very appropriate for right now.
Yeah, you know what? It kind of is. That really is profound. I mean, he was visionary thinking. He died 5 years ago, but he's still,
Is
he's
that it?
Yeah, he died in 2015.
Wow.
He lived a long time.
Baseball is 90% mental. The other half is physical.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Now, what was the one? Wasn't there one about being out in the field? What was the time? About time of day.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it gets late early out there.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
field.
something like that. Yeah.
Shit that makes you go, what?
The future ain't what it used to be.
That's right.
Future ain't what it used to be. I like this one. This is one of my favorites. No one goes there nowadays. It's too crowded.
Oh my god! I gotta remember that
great.
one.
Yeah. Yep. He's,
Clever.
yes. And he's got hundreds of them. He did yogi-isms. That's what they call them. Yogi-isms. What the fuck? Yeah. So, I love the old guy. I just loved listening to him. He's kind of, even when his the stories that he used to talk. When he was doing interviews, he would tell the stories about, hanging out with the guys and just,
He's a great. He could tell a story, man.
Yeah.
but he'd always have that little twist in there that always made you go, what? What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what? And he was so he was committed to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like he went, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah.
He literally just went at it.
Yeah.
I'm hitting this one head on.
Walking across the lawn and a rake hits you in the head. That's it, man. That's
Right. I mean, he was so funny they made a character out of him. Yogi Berra,
Yeah,
Yogi
Yogi Berra.
Jellystone
That's
Park.
right.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Boo boo.
Yeah.
I think we need a picnic basket.
Oh my God! Where's my fucking sound effect?
That's really good.
It actually wasn't too bad.
Thank
I'm
you.
That
so
wasn't too bad.
impressed.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, I forgot I knew that one.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
you said
3.
That's 3. Well, no, it's actually 2 because the other one's the same for all nationalities.
Well, no, I've got.
It's Mr. Hankey at a Christmas pole.
Christmas poop.
That's right.
We're back to poop again.
It's poop.
Stop snoring.
It sounds eerily like my late grandfather.
It's actually it's
or,
funny.
or a 3-horsepower still chainsaw.
Even better. The description said 37-year-old woman snoring. I'm like, okay, listen to it. And I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
37-year-old woman just happens to sound like a 73-year-old man sitting in his fucking Barca lounger.
That's
right. With Judge Judy playing in the background.
That's right. That's just about right.
You want a pot pie?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm just feeling a little off today. I don't know why. It's I haven't been drinking. It's been I've only had a couple of sessions since the injury, and even before, it was just like I was kind of like a dry January with one little episode for my birthday.
Right.
But other than that, I kind of
missing St. Patty's Day. Did you go out for St. Patty's Day?
No,
Yeah.
it was closed. Everything was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did. So I drank on my birthday.
Right.
All right, and then I drank on St. Patty's Day, actual day. No, the parade day,
Okay.
because everything was still open on parade day.
Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday
Mhm.
we went down to Jack's, and then just one other time, and so that mid-January to
Yeah.
I've been kind of
You're only funny with alcohol.
without alcohol actually. I'm either going to drink on the show or I'm not going to drink before the show.
Right.
The
It's
night
gotta be
before.
one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
You can't
Oh.
be in that limbo land.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, well, you didn't drink. So you're saying you're either funny when you drink or funny when you don't.
Funny when I'm not funny hungover. Let's put it that
Oh,
way.
gotcha.
My brain is in fog mode, and
Like
I
your
can't-
brother the other day.
Oh, he was terrible.
Yeah.
Colin called
He was
in.
swinging and missing.
Yeah, he just.
Aw, poor
He was.
Colin.
He sounded like his head had been hit with a ball peen hammer.
Yeah, he was.
Was he all hungover?
Oh, he was hungover.
Wow. Did he watch one of the old Super Bowls
I
party?
actually was hanging out with the kids. Sadly,
Oh,
when you
dear.
have 4 kids and you're confined to a fucking house, you
got
gotta.
the sweats
Drinking
and
is what you do.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
had a fire, and he's like, "Daddy, can we have s'mores?" Yeah, and then he was like, "I think I'm going to get into the whiskey." So he started drinking, and
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. Before
yeah,
you knew it.
yeah, before you
Just
knew
laying
it,
in the yard.
yeah.
Kids are taking care of themselves.
That's right.
The next morning, they were making breakfast.
Everybody
right.
were having
Yeah.
cereal for dinner, breakfast and lunch.
So we got a couple of things coming up. I did preview a couple of the new T-shirt designs, Mike. I got to show you after the show. Unbelievable. They are very, 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 very cool.
I'm looking
So
forward to it.
you got to check out. We're gonna have T-shirts. We got hats being made. We got coffee mugs. We got bumper stickers. We got all kinds of fun stuff for you guys, our listeners. Help us support the show. Tina needs a boob job, and we're gonna.
What?
I
To decrease? Lift them?
Wow.
Oh God,
We got to get this out.
Need
Well,
4
actually.
hands. That's
The money that we raise is going to put cameras in this studio, so you go. So if you're interested, stop by Stoopid Stoopid Humans the podcast. .com and sign up for a newsletter. It'll send you out some information when we get our stuff up and running. It'll also get access to the archives of the shows that you might have missed. If you have any complaints or you want to send us a message, you want to tell us we suck, you can go to Stoopid Stoopid Stupid Humans the podcast @gmail.com, and we will read your emails on the air if they're good. And that's it for that. So what else? Talk to me, guys. Mike.
Say, I'm getting a lot of texts from friends that are having some slight issues with their kids and their kids' schools. And now some of them are knocking it out of the park. They were ready to go. Other ones are complete clusterfucks, even when there is no coronavirus. And now that there is, it's a complete dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Total dumpster fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, please bear with us as we experience technical difficulties.
Oh,
You
my
know, and just, yeah, it's just a total clusterfuck, man.
Well, and I don't know what they're going to do because like we should get Johnny back in here because he's teaching remotely for
Yes.
his kids.
Yeah.
But I got to think that's a disaster. You know what I mean? How do you figure all that out? I mean, I know
Well,
that.
Yeah.
Are you doing Zoom stuff at
Yeah,
home? Is that
I did my first 2 Zooms yesterday.
Did you?
It was horrific. The first one, I couldn't find the camera.
Oh. Yeah, that'll slow you down.
So I could hear everybody. They could hear me. I could see them, but couldn't find the camera. Second one, found the camera, but it was on a laptop. And where I was looking was on the monitor. So I looked like
Right, you weren't
I
paying
didn't look
attention.
right. Right.
Oh, you weren't, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the camera's right on the.
Right, but my screen, because in my setup in my office, I've got 2 monitors, and then I've got the laptop on the one side. So the laptop has the camera. So my head's slightly to the side. And the worst thing about it, being a woman, is just you can't stand the way you look. You forgot that you're 50. You know, it was a bad hair day.
Like,
The makeup's all gone. You're like, what is going on?
Can this meeting be over now?
I'm like, why couldn't we just talk? Why couldn't
Yeah.
we just do a
We don't have to see each other.
We don't.
And you know what the worst part is that you can see yourself in the fucking
Yes.
thing, which is like,
Yeah,
It's
that's
distracting.
creepy.
it is distracting.
It's so distracting.
Yeah, and then you're like, my one eyeball is bigger than the other one.
That's right. I'm not paying attention to anything that was said. I have no clue
I
what
could
was
use a
said
haircut.
yesterday.
Boy, I thought my hair looked good today. Fucking I know.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened yesterday.
Exactly.
fucking car
I'll
crash.
tell you what.
I wish I had a dumpster fire.
In about 30 days, the entire place is gonna look like fucking Captain Caveman.
Oh no.
Nobody's
Captain
hair's getting cut.
No, I know. It's
That's right.
That's hilarious.
well. Have you guys seen The Upside? It's Kevin Hart and Mr. White. What's his name? Cranston. Bryan Cranston and Mr. So the premise of the story is that Cranston's a multi-billionaire, and he hires this convict, which is Kevin Hart, and it's actually a true story. To be he's a quadriplegic, and he's hired this criminal to take care of him, right?
That's ringing a bell.
At the end of the movie, so the guy goes off the deep end and he fires the guy, and they reacquaint at the end, and he gets back together with him, and he lets his beard grow because he's like, he wants to die. That's really what it boils down to. Is he gives up on life, and he stops shaving, he stops grooming, and so he goes, well, let's get you cleaned up. And because the guy can't fight back or do anything,
Right.
Kevin has a little bit of a moment at the end where he does some creative grooming and makes him look like fucking Leonard Skinner and Hillbilly Jack, and he comes up with a couple of different creative grooming styles, and
that's
I'm
awesome.
thinking I'm bored enough that might be able
That
to
might happen.
think I got to get the razor out. I'm going to go clean, but before I go clean, I'm going to do some fun
You
stuff.
know, let that baby face loose again.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome. The homeschooling, though, has anyone texted you about just not being able to homeschool their children?
There have been people that have basically said this is an impossibility.
My sister's ready to an 8-year-old, my 8-year-old nephew.
It's
Like they're
It can be
literally
tough.
having like brother-sister fights like when you were little. They're like they're wrestling on the ground because he's not listening to her. And I'm like, you're a 47-year-old woman.
Yeah.
What are you doing to the
Yeah.
8-year-old?
Yeah.
well, and the thing is too is that the parent can't because I homeschooled 2 of my kids. Well, the only 2 I had that I'm aware of, but for 3
That
years
you know of.
that I knew
Mhm.
of. And it was challenging, but you figure it out. And the one thing I did learn was that it's not public school.
Mhm.
It's not public school. It's not going to operate like that. You
Right.
can't expect a kid to just switch off like that because public school is highly structured. It looks a lot like a prison, you know. It kind
they
of has
do.
those
Yeah.
They
rules.
do,
There's,
yeah.
And
there's
there is-
shame involved,
Yeah.
you know. I mean,
well, depending on what school you go to.
yeah, well, it depends.
If you go to Holy Cross, it's nothing but guilt and shame.
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's a twofer. So yeah, I think if you throw that out the window and relax and loosen it up a little bit, let it flow, it'll come.
It's what it is that you gotta. It's work that has to be done, but you gotta make it fun, and that's hard.
Yeah.
When you're doing, and you're not used to. First of all, it's a very stressful situation for the parent to be in.
Right.
This isn't.
know?
Yeah, it's not like something we all said. Hey, you know what?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool?
Well,
Let's hang out in our house for 2 fucking months.
Right, exactly,
that sounds like a
Especially up
dream.
here in the Northeast where it's cold and you can't really do anything. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's rainy right now this time of year. Right now it's beautiful out, but it's cold. So the kids are cooped up,
yeah.
and then the structure is gone completely,
Right.
Yeah.
right? There's no Pledge of Allegiance, there's no walking in a straight line, there's no, bells changing
Yeah.
classes or
Right.
any of that stuff. It's, okay, you have the Xbox, you have the PlayStation, you have all your toys in the living room,
Right.
but I want you to ignore them.
And your
open
pajamas
up-
are still on. It's 3:00 in the afternoon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's me. For 6 fucking weeks now.
That's right. Oh, look,
You had an
Boomerang
excuse.
Cartoon Network. I love
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Exactly.
Let's
So,
watch Scooby Doo for 9 hours.
yeah. Well, I mean, they've got to come up with a better system. And
What would we have done?
Well,
would-
I mean, nowadays, see,
What would we have done back in
the
the day?
80s.
well, okay, we didn't get cable TV until I was 13.
Yeah.
So during the day,
yeah.
there was nothing but soap operas on anyway.
Yeah,
so yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
We would have. I don't think
You're
we would have.
outside sharpening sticks.
Oh yeah,
was.
yeah. There would have
He
been.
was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No question. I was.
Yeah.
There would be no way I could do school. There would be
Yeah.
no fucking.
And that
way.
would have been that would have been straight up homeschooling. Like, okay,
Yeah.
so where are you at now with math?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Oh, I
still.
can do X, Y, and Z. That fucking works for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take your time. Don't burn anything down.
You're fine.
And when you
I'm
get back
just
to school, we're
yeah,
good.
and
But see, kids could go outside without being watched too.
oh yeah.
So we would go all over
Yes.
the place and
come home when the streetlights come on.
right.
That
Yeah,
was
and all that good
was the
stuff.
dinner
Yeah.
bell.
Right.
You know,
so you're not on
that
top
was
of each
n-
other all the time.
That was
yeah,
9
it's
o'clock.
different. Yeah, and parents are way more into their kids' shit now too.
Oh,
Even if
so
you didn't
much.
want to be, you're just you're all over them, and so now you multiply that times 24 hours a day. There's no break from school if that's what you're doing. Like parents that are already homeschooling, not a big deal. The one big deal for them is that they do go out. Like they'll go to a
Right.
museum or they'll go out to
Field
the
trips.
playground, field trips, and
Yeah.
shit. That's what keeps their stuff balanced. So they're okay with the academic stuff, but all the other shit falls
Sure.
apart.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, they're
sure.
The social
yeah,
aspect.
The
of
kids
it,
are
yeah.
the kids is like WrestleMania every day.
Yeah. Oh, I
You
know.
know?
That must be why.
Yes.
That's why my nephew's wrestling his mother.
Oh yeah. They just 'cause he ain't got anybody else to wrestle.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
they
right.
took away all
yeah, that playground time. I mean, parents don't realize how exhausting school is for kids. They
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
that. They
Yeah.
parents come home to
Wait,
an
wait.
8-year-old.
Parents do recognize that. If you ever went in and volunteered, I would go in and volunteer for 45 minutes. And I would come home when the kids were little, and I would just die. So, yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
I always wondered. They never asked me to come in and help out with academics. They asked me, hey, we're going to be carving pumpkins today. We
Yeah.
need somebody to help clean up guts.
Right.
Mr. Panessa, are you free? I'm like, fuck, really? Or it's field day and we have one station. It's out in the blazing sun.
Mm-hmm.
Could you man that for us? I guess.
So they weren't seeking.
I
out
can't
for
be
your-
I can't be the guy that hands out popsicles.
No,
or
that
the
was my
guy-
job.
tutors math.
Yeah, do something.
I couldn't. After 8th grade, I was done. I couldn't help her with the homework anymore. I'm like,
Right.
yep, I don't know anything that's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah, it's forget it.
Well, because
Shut up, Tina.
how far did you have to go?
No, I'm the same. I'm the same.
I made it to fucking pre-algebra. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking art student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids are
The
taking,
fuck,
what is it? Organic chemistry
Yeah,
and
like
Oh,
trig
yeah.
and physics.
Yeah,
and
they
I'm
have
like,
to go
get
all
it.
the way through. Yeah, they have to go all the way through geometry. I think. I'm like,
further.
holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
do any of
Like,
that.
yeah,
I didn't do
well, that's
any of
when
that.
we stopped homeschooling.
yeah.
I couldn't do it. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm out.
Right. Right.
My wife took calculus like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
She's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Sorry, we can't help you with
All
that.
right, fellas.
Looks like you're going to get an F in this one.
Yes, we have had just recently we had this is kind of funny and sad and scary all at the same time. So my oldest son, he's 16. He pretty much knows more than anybody on the face of the planet, according to him.
Good.
And so that's great. I mean, it's a fucking relief for me.
Wait till he goes to college.
I know. He's right where
I'm
he
like,
belongs.
it's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Could you do our finances?
Yeah.
And maybe make some life decisions for me because I'm pretty much fucking flat out of ideas at this point. Maybe let me know how to actually parent you. That would be good. So everything. Are you doing your homework? Yeah. You doing your classwork? Yep. Because quite honestly, if I look at their shit, I don't know what the fuck they've done or not. And they got this portal thing. I don't know. My wife does that.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck's going on there. So in any case, yeah, everything's good. Yep, we're staying right on track. Okay, all right, that's cool. Then game at will, do what you want, get outside, breathe fresh air for at least 30 seconds. And so we get an email from the history teacher. Your son is one of 3 students out of 25 that I have to email today. I've seen him check in and check out. He's not done the work. There's nothing different about the work. Da 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 da. I'm like, fucking kid. All right, so we do a come to Jesus. Joseph, come upstairs. In any case, so one thing leads to another. All right, he comes to Jesus. Well, we're gonna sort it all out, and he's still pretty tight-lipped about the whole thing. A couple days later, just like I think it was yesterday, another email comes across.
Still not doing the work?
Yeah, many students are not doing this, that, the other thing. And I'm like, what the fuck, this kid? And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This is kind of a blanket email. And then, then I'm like, okay, I think she might not be their favorite teacher. Like, I might have judged a little too harshly before because I'm running down this kid's throat. And I'm like, he loves history. This kid. I mean, we actually will talk about. You can start the snoring now.
Okay. Stand by.
We'll talk about, the Peloponnesian Wars, Carthage at the dinner table and argue about it.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah, and my kids. Now this is fitting. So they're both real big history geeks. I'm like, shit does not add up here. This kid loves history. I'm like, I think the teacher has a little obsessive compulsive thing going on. A wee bit of a control thing.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So we backed off, and I'm like, okay, listen. There's a game being played here. We don't make the rules. You can have two choices. You can either not follow the rules, say fuck you. That's pretty much what I did, and you see how that all panned out. Or you can figure out the game and deliver it back to her in spades and get past this shit, and then come up with some sort of good practical joke when this shit's all over and she's not in control of your shit. How about that?
That was excellent parenting.
Thank you.
You should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Shut up, Andy.
That was very apropos.
It was excellent parenting.
Please share your
proud of
stories
my-
of successful and unsuccessful parenting.
What I go back. I go back
Projectile
to those,
vomiting.
I go back to those kids in Japan.
Explosive diarrhea.
They so they put out a student homework app.
Yes.
They created an app in Japan.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and the kids all went and gave it 1 star, so they yanked it off the app store.
Oh, that's good.
I know, it's brilliant. These guys are using their heads,
They're definitely ahead. They're a couple steps ahead.
Oh, they're riding unicycles.
And yet, still behind. They're riding unicycles. No, they're not. They're not leaving the house.
Yeah, no.
True.
Yeah,
True. Yeah, we're all screwed.
They're watching
we're
other
collectively
people.
screwed.
yeah.
You wanted the globalism, we got it.
Yeah, that's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah,
it's not just fucking ordering shit from overseas.
Yeah. And then what about the projections that Fauci came out with? That's unbelievable. Did you hear that?
100,000 to 200,000 people?
100 to 240,000 people could die from this in the United States.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I think the model's
I thought it was
fucked.
worldwide.
No, that's the United
Really?
States.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, it is kind of scary.
Nobody's
'cause
really
that's-
telling the truth. Who the fuck knows?
I know.
Yeah, and those models, like
It's
when
a guess.
Well,
They're
yeah,
guessing.
it-
The
yeah,
best
they
they
are
can.
guessing,
The
and
best
and
they
it's
can.
like with Cuomo when he came out with our patients are doubling every 2 days, and then it went
Right.
to 2.5 days, then went to 4 days. Now it's at 6.5, almost 7
Yeah, who the
days.
fuck
Right.
knows?
So
You're trying to make future. Yeah, you're trying to make future plans on shit data that's going to
Right.
completely change
Every day,
drastically
yeah.
every single day. You're like,
Right.
Yeah.
this is what we're going to do. And today, we did too much.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I will give them some slack for that. I mean,
Yeah.
they're trying. People are saying, what's next? What's next? They're
Yeah.
like, okay, my best guess is X.
Right.
Right.
know?
This is what the math tells us.
Yeah.
Obviously, math isn't a perfect science when
Right.
it comes to
Humans.
contamination. You
Stupid
know what
humans.
I mean? Yeah, it's stupid
the
humans.
variables.
Yeah, they're So I think that we're in
Take
pretty good
math,
shape up here.
Add stupid.
As long as as long as Cuomo doesn't start sending people up here, I think we're going to be okay.
He's
'Cause
talked about it.
Yeah, they've talked about
Instead of bringing the workers down there, they've talked
Yeah.
about bringing the sick people up here.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's,
and I think that's going to put a little bit of a problem here in our community.
Well,
Right.
We've got
yeah.
about 780,000 people in this Monroe County area, and I think that
Yeah.
we're right around 225 or 250 cases.
somewhere around there.
Something, it's not
Yeah.
it's not too bad here.
But here,
No.
think
Um,
about this. If that's your family member, your dad, now you live in Brooklyn, your dad's got it. They put him on a bus and fucking ship him 300 miles away. Now, forget it. I
Right.
mean, he's 300. You can't. What the
Well,
fuck are you
you
supposed to
can't
do?
go see him anyway.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
know. And
So,
that's the
which
thing.
is terrible.
Yeah, like if you're gonna pass away,
Right.
I'm sorry. Put masks on me. Put me in a fucking bubble suit. I'm going to go talk to the person.
Right.
You can't fucking deny somebody that. I
So
understand
sad.
not having weddings and funerals and shit like that, but come on. You
Right.
can't force somebody to sit there and die alone. Okay, this is not a comedy show, but that's
Yeah,
fucking bullshit.
No wonder we're all down.
Yeah.
All right, let's change the fucking subject.
COVID.
Yes.
Sunday, we've got a huge guest coming on the show. All right? He's calling in. His name is Brimstone. He was a child actor. He was a wrestler. He's got a radio show. I mean, I got his IMDb.
Oh, he was on Andy Griffith's show, wasn't he?
He was on. No, I don't think
Isn't
he
that
was.
Opie?
No, I don't think so. He was on Sesame Street. He was on Romper Room. He was
Partridge
on.
Family?
He was on MTV's TRL. He was on all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
so,
my God.
he was on the Ricky Lake Show. I mean, there's a laundry list of stuff that this guy's
Father
done.
knows best.
Yeah,
How the
so
fuck did you
he's
get a hold of him?
he got a hold of us. He's listening to the show and he loves
Really?
it. Yeah. So
Impressive.
and I don't know if he heard it in Upper Michigan where they're broadcasting on 94.1 the Lizard Radio, broadcasted live from the Lucky Lizard Lounge.
And
We got
Pirate-
200,000 people listening to our show every week.
Shut up.
Swear to
Pirate
God.
Radio.
Say hi. Say hi to Upper Michigan. Seriously, there's a pirate radio
Really?
station. Yep, that
Shiver me
came-
timbers.
Yep. 94.1 Lizard Radio is
Lizard
a
Radio.
7-year-old pirate radio station that broadcasts our show.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I know.
Now I'm nervous.
No, you should
Now
be.
I'm leaving.
No.
Bye.
Listen, Tina.
I thought there literally were only two
Tina,
people that
we,
listen.
No,
we have
no,
cornered
no.
the 2:30
We've got-
a.m. market hard.
Yeah, we have got
They're not
200.
going anywhere.
Oh.
We got 200,040 people.
Oh, I wonder what.
That's right.
that
that's
is.
right. So, Mike, what are you vaping on, man?
Today I am vaping on delicious DTF.
Deliciously
Yeah.
twisted flavors.
Yes.
Not DTF, you perverts.
I know they're so
I
horrible.
know.
It's right in the gutter every single time.
What do they got over there? So they've
App-
got
it's like an apple pie.
apple cinnamon cereal. That's what I got.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You guys have the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, apple cinnamon cereal.
We're twins.
Nice.
Yeah, twins.
He
and-
called me last night prior to his drunkenness.
Did he? Did
Yes.
you tell him you were going to wear your gloves?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I saved that as a surprise. In fact, when I was in the truck putting them on, I'm like, "This is fucking golden. It's gonna flip them right out." I considered bringing my mask,
Did you?
but it still has sawdust on it from the home improvement project.
That's right.
Oh, they would have
So,
been perfect.
so I'm outside the house sitting on the porch in between working on my home improvement project. And so I've got the mask up over my head, because it's got the elastic rubber band. And I'm sitting out there and I'm thinking, now anybody that drives by has got to think, what is up with that guy? Did he give up? His mask, he's
That's
not
it.
on his face
That's it.
anymore.
He has it.
He's got it. He's got the big C. The big C is completely different now. The big
Big
C,
C, yeah.
is, yeah.
Mhm.
The big C is complete. Maybe it's a little C. I'm not sure.
It depends on where
Where
this
you
thing
are.
fucking goes.
How about the suckage?
Because now we're down. Now we're postponed until we can't do anything until April 30th.
30th.
Yeah,
The president
April-
said the 30th.
Yeah, my birthday's done.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a big party.
Well, we're gonna do one of those drive-by honking parades for you.
Oh, yes.
I'll come out in a fucking walker.
You know what would be?
Like, thank you.
We should just. Can we moon? We haven't done that in a long time.
We could
Moon.
We need to
moon.
bring back
collective,
mooning.
collective mooning.
We,
Yeah.
you know
With a
what?
6
You
foot
could see my
distance.
hemorrhoid
We
Oh.
could.
for your birthday. Here's your present.
Give
Oh
him
my
a fucking.
God.
You
You shouldn't
do
have.
The, do the drive-by pressed ham. I remember this is a great story. I remember we were kids, and I was about 12 or 13. We had a boat, and we were down on the river, and we're cruising along. And I'm there with my mother, my little brother, and my stepfather's driving the boat. And there was like 9 or 10 teenagers, a little older than me. I think my older brother was in that group. And they were up on the cliff, which was overlooking the river.
Okay.
And
As most do.
right, but shut up. And they start yelling, and my mom turns around. Oh, hi! And she's got her fucking Queen Anne hand up there waving, and I'm
Aunt
like,
Sherry.
Mom, there's like 9 of them, and they're all fucking pants down around their ankles, mooning us, fucking showing us the
She
brown
can't
eye,
see.
and she's waving away. How you doing?
Oh, she saw. She
No,
saw.
she had no special.
Absolutely.
She did not.
Aunt Sherry was on top of all that
oh my
shit.
God,
she
that's
was a-
Your
funny.
mama.
Yeah, she's she was the Marble's Edge.
Oh. All right, so that reminds me. I was in 1980. We're cruising down the road in Florida, and we're in our Chevy van, and my dad's driving. The whole family's in our van, and our friends from Ohio are in their van, their Chevy van, and they pull up along the right-hand side of us. It's like a 2 or 3 hour drive going down the road, and as they pull up, this is back when cruise control had just happened. So he must have had it in cruise control, and his wife was holding it. And the driver's name was Charles. And totally unexpected, he comes up, driving up, hits the horn, and he's got his ass fully slung out the window, mooning our whole family.
That's
thanks for
talent.
that.
He was awesome.
That is
It was
talent.
fucking great. I was like,
that.
he's my new favorite adult.
That's right.
Yeah, it was great.
That's
Where is he
good.
now?
Great. He's gone to the cruise control of the sky. It wasn't a result of mooning people. That would have been great if it was.
I know.
Yes.
How did you die? Well,
Well, you see.
You go to hell. I was mooning somebody and I drove off there and hit a fucking tree.
That's right.
You go to hell.
That's right. That's right. Oh my God.
would you?
I don't know. I
I
guess
don't think so.
It
God
depends.
made fannies. He made them.
Yeah.
that's true.
I
And
don't-
funny, laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and he
Come from
made
him.
farts are funny.
And my hemorrhoid. Farts
Yeah.
are not funny.
Farts are hysterical.
Farts are horrible.
They are not. Tina.
Farts,
Ooh.
farts are horrible
Oh.
when you get up and go get something and you come back and you lay down on the pillow
Uh-huh.
and somebody's just farted in it and the whole fart comes up in your face.
I love
That's
that.
horrible.
That's the fucking
That's
fart
a Dutch
bomb.
oven.
But
No.
That's
No,
close.
no, it's
Dutch
not.
ovens.
That's
You're,
a that's
yeah,
a
the blade
Dutch oven
over.
is you
that's
pull
an
the-
open oven.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's
just
that's
farting
they
in my
call
pillow.
that
It's
you get
wrong. It's
that's
just
how you
wrong.
Get pink eye.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
how you get
That's how
big.
you-
That's how you get
Actually,
pink
you know when farts are funny though? They're funny when they don't smell.
Yeah.
eye. Farts are
That's-
hysterical.
That's what my farts sound like.
Yeah.
I fart all the time
Have
now.
you has the pucker tightened right back up after the have you experienced some good farting or is it
Oh, I fart. My God, I'm farting more. I'm absolutely farting more.
because they put air
That
in
leads to
there.
greater happiness.
I
know.
love to fart.
Yeah.
I don't like to
Burping
smell
and
it.
farting. Yes.
Yeah, farting is fantastic. Pooping is fantastic
Yes.
too.
And pooping
do
and
we
then
always get-
napping or nap followed
Oh.
by a poop.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you're well rested and well pooped.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't mid poop. I nap. I get a nap in, man. I
Yeah.
like
You
the
don't
nap.
poop in the
Yeah.
midday?
Nope. I poop first thing in the morning and then I get in the shower.
That's
so
it.
I'm all clean.
I used to, but then I'd sit there forever and I'd have to put my feet
Yeah.
up on the toilet seat
Oh,
and
yeah.
just sit and just wait.
That's
Yeah.
not
I-
sitting. That's squatting.
Right, squatting.
Squatty potty.
You're like,
So-
come on, damn it,
So now, exactly.
get the
So-
fuck out of me.
But I had to do it. And if I went for a run, you definitely have to poop before you go for a run. I have
Yeah.
pooped my pants before.
Oh, not good.
No.
I've pooped in
Yeah.
the woods before.
Oh, the
Running.
turtle's rearing
Yeah.
its head.
That's
Yeah.
why I don't run.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
why
run
I don't
anymore
run.
either. I
The
can't.
brown bandito
No,
is
there's
coming out.
No control
That's
when you
right.
run.
Like, oh, she's running a little different there. That's kind of an odd stride.
What's
Is that a tail?
the
Is she
ass so-
practicing the pole vault?
Well, no, it was soft poop.
Oh.
Made it even worse.
That's a waddle now.
Yeah, it was a waddle. It absolutely
it's
was.
like,
It was
why is
disgusting.
she arching her back and pitching like
I
that?
know.
That's right. I'm waddling at speed.
You can only squeeze your butt cheek so hard.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
it just comes.
And then
it's
it's
just
just
like
done.
I'm
You're
coming.
like, fuck it.
And it's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? I sat on the toilet for 2 hours and you don't
Yeah.
do anything, and now I go
Now.
for a run.
Betrayed.
Yeah.
It's awful.
That's total betrayal.
It is.
Shit.
It truly is.
Oh,
It really is.
fucking A.
So yeah, no, unless unless something peculiar happens. No, I'm pretty regular. I'm a pretty regular guy.
Good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for
I used to
you.
be 10-15. Did 10-15 every day. I don't know why, but 10-15.
At 10:15.
Oh, I thought you meant 10 to 15 poops a day.
No,
Yeah.
10-15.
That's a
10-15 in the morning
Dude, I-
every day. It seemed I was like, oh, I gotta go. But now
Yeah.
I've moved it to 7:15.
Good
I don't
for
know how-
you.
yeah.
You're very regular.
I am a pretty regular guy.
You know what?
Good for you.
Change that. I would never. We would go away. We would go visit boys at college.
Yes.
When I was in high school, we literally would not poop all weekend.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want the bathroom to smell. We didn't want them to smell our poop. It was
we
horrible.
appreciate that.
And then we would leave and we drive 2 miles away to the Burger King. When we were going home
And
on Sunday,
unload.
and
Then let
just
it rip.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, there's something about traveling locks you up.
Me. I don't,
If I travel, I'm locked.
No.
Really?
not
Yeah.
me.
I don't know what it is.
No.
Bizarre.
I'm pretty regular.
Like my whole body's like, hang on to everything. We might need it. We don't know where we are.
it could come in handy.
That's right. Don't let
Survival.
it go. I don't want to leave. Don't leave me here. I'll laugh at my own jokes.
That's
I
all
don't
right. We
fucking
put the
care.
car crash in every
funny.
time Mike bombs.
He wasn't bombing.
No,
You're
I
so
know.
mean.
I like to be mean to him.
You are mean.
I am mean.
He's terribly mean.
Yeah.
That's Mike's. This is Mike's delivery.
That's right. It's good. Where's the crickets?
Not nice. So not nice.
I know, but we're trying to entertain the masses, and when you have 200,000 plus listeners, you've got to come up with different ways to 200,000 plus listeners. We have to, do
Plus
something
40.
to plus 40.
I
Shut up. Shut it.
Loving it.
Shut it.
Hmm.
So the little guy finally back to normal. We had a little pooping session. I told you
that's
he's
right. The
So-
dog
yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about your
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, ooh, we're finally back to normal. What the fuck happened?
Oh,
Was he hanging right? Should have been left.
The little guy.
What the fucking
The
little
little
guy?
guy. Yeah, you
Why,
call
why
him the
would I
little
call
guy.
him? I wouldn't call. I'd call him the big fella.
I think you think you need.
I
think
don't
you need.
know.
I think you need a confidence boost or something. You know?
So the little guy, he went and got his first haircut, and when he came home from his haircut, he was throwing up, or he was pooping. It was little watery dookie, and I thought he got into something. Right? It was Friday. We picked him up, and then Saturday he had the shits, and then Sunday it didn't go away. So we started giving him the soft stuff, and Monday I took him to the vet, and the vet said, yeah, he's got a little colitis or something like that. So we gave him the pills, and it was a week's worth of pills, and he finished up the week's worth, and right back to water out the
Aw.
ass, the little
Oh,
poor
no.
guy.
Poor baby.
So we had to take him Sunday night
Oh, you
at
took
midnight.
emergency.
Oh my
That's
god!
expensive.
It was it was brutal.
They're
it was
good
a
there.
fucking car payment.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are good.
God.
But I was afraid the little guy was gonna die. You know what I mean? He
Right.
was skinny looking. He was like looking at me like, dude, I am fucked. I'm
So
dead
what the hell?
here.
Has he got an infection or something?
Scott's, they thought it was colitis. They gave us probiotics, and he's back to normal. He's playing. He's
so, yeah, it's
Well,
bacteria.
that's
Yeah,
why you
it's-
can't come play with the other dogs.
Yeah.
Well, Murray doesn't have it. It's bacterial. It's not a.
Okay.
It's not a contagion
Because he
thing.
has COVID-19.
He doesn't have dogs can't get it.
Only
He
bats.
can't- Only bats.
So your bats can't come over to our
But I
house.
did see that in China they're back to serving those fucking bats again.
Oof.
The fucking
Seriously?
wet market. Yeah,
So
they
gross.
still.
So
they're
you just don't fucking learn.
Yeah, it's like
You know,
really.
maybe just give the bats a fucking break.
Yeah.
How about that?
How you?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, how about we
And
stick
how
to some
fucking
basic
good could
farm
they
animals?
taste?
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I
how
mean?
much
It's
meat
a
is
The
on
fucking,
whole bat.
It's a mouse with wings.
All right,
and
all
the
right.
wings, there's no
Yeah.
fucking meat on.
All right, give up the bats, and also how about the fucking rhino horn and stupid shit? Like, get the fuck and shark fins. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Come on, just
don't
eat regular dairy food.
dogs.
Why can't you
Whatever.
just eat cats
And
and
dogs.
dogs?
No cats.
They
no
can,
dogs.
but at least
I mean,
you're not
dogs.
getting-
I mean, my dog. She could probably hold us over for a week.
if
Oh, I'm
Wegmans
fat.
closes,
yeah, she's putting on some pounds.
Yeah, I'm fattening Murray up just in case.
so you'll eat the dog before your own human waste. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you though, but they have to back off of that shit. I mean, come on.
I know.
It's
There's
2020. I
Yeah.
think we can probably step out of the bat cave.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But I don't know. I mean, what could there's gotta is there a fucking cookbook for these things? I mean,
There's got to be.
or do you just if you eat a bat, you know how to cook it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's why?
I bet there's Chinese cookbooks.
Well,
with
yeah, because
bat
they
in
do
them.
like eye and newt and shit
Yeah.
like that. Witch's
Not
tit,
with
you know,
fucking wizards.
stuff they're making.
Hey.
This is an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Everything's an aphrodisiac. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm
You-
just happy to be eating.
Yeah.
I mean,
Family.
my two favorite things in the world are sex and eating. That's why I put mirrors over my kitchen table.
hey, bum bum.
Where's the car crash for that one? Seriously. It's really. He does it to you all the time, Mike.
I know.
the
That's
hell?
why he keeps all the technical shit away from
Yeah.
me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, like-
There it is.
That's a little late.
Yeah.
Doesn't really go with
Yeah,
horrible.
I know. It's
Yeah.
fucking- the
What are you gonna
timing is
do?
Terrible.
Well,
Terrible.
I guess at least that way, culturally, we're ahead of them by not eating bats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking certain things you just don't eat. I mean, do you eat koalas? Come on, maybe somebody would.
they're
If you're
too
really
cute.
hungry.
It's just a bear.
They're so cute.
They are adorable.
I
But
wouldn't-
but deer make really cute sandwiches
you
too.
eat centipedes?
Ooh, no.
Jesus.
Nope.
Yeah,
I can't stand
Monkey
those.
brains?
I did. I did in Australia. I went to a Turkish shisha bar.
And you ate a
And
fucking monkey brain?
Yeah, they pulled
Just-
it just like fucking Indiana
like in-
Jones.
yeah,
man.
I
They
was
had
just
the
gonna say,
fucking
it's the only-
head. They had the fucking head, and it was awful. And I didn't want to do it, but everybody else was doing it, and there was like 20 of us at this party.
Were you drunk?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It was a
good.
shisha bar. We were fucking stoned out of our minds.
Oh, good.
And
Oh, this is Fear Factor before.
but
Fear
it was
Factor.
Yeah.
really it was like eating.
Ugh.
It was like mercury. It was like licking
yeah.
old pennies.
It
and
can't
was
be
awful.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was
come on.
awful. It was so. It just.
Yeah.
They had this little flat grill in front of the head, and you literally took a pair of tongs and pulled the
No.
brains out
Ugh.
and dropped it on this.
So
Holy.
It was
Wait.
like, and it was like the size of a maggot, and it tasted like a fucking.
So wait,
it was
it
horrible.
was the full head, and they
Yeah.
just had the top cut off, so
Yep,
you could
yep.
see his little face.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. It was, but in their culture, that's considered a delicacy, and I'm like, fucking send it to somebody that likes it, because this is awful.
All right. So what do we have that's a delicacy?
Garbage plates. So
That others
that's
think
I
is
want
not.
to tell.
Yeah.
I had a garbage plate today, and that's probably why I'm feeling a little logy. But I
I
gotta,
love garbage
I
plates.
gotta share with
Might
the
get
people
one.
in Western Michigan, because you guys don't have that. You know, every region has got their like little thing. It's little food. You know, we've got. We've got this product that was invented about 100 years ago called the garbage plate. And the garbage plate is a bed of macaroni salad, home fries. It's topped with 2 cheeseburgers, or you can get
Hot dog.
you can get hot dogs. And then onions and hot sauce over the whole thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it looks like
Meat
shit.
hot sauce.
Meat hot sauce.
And a couple pieces of bread. to
And a
mop
couple-
it all
yep.
up.
With
That's
the
right.
butter
That's right.
pads.
Yeah, it was it was delicious. Anyway, I had one today. I had to have one. I just because
I
I've
think
been
I'm gonna get one. Thank
Yeah.
you for that idea.
yeah,
I'm so excited.
Dogtown. Unbelievable.
Oh,
That sounds-
Dogtown has some?
Unbelievable.
Really?
sounds
I was gonna stop
heavenly.
at Steve's.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
it's like a
it's so good.
contest in Rochester. Who
Yeah.
can
It
have
is.
the best
It
plate?
is.
So yeah, so it originally started with a guy by the name of Nick Tahoe, and he had a little restaurant over on Main Street in Rochester, and it was just a little restaurant, and he served these garbage plates, and it became one of the popular spots for drunks because the food was kind of ugly and disgusting, but it was great. 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Food. I mean, we used to go
Take
there.
the edge off that hangover too.
Oh yeah, and we used to go there in the mid '80s, the one that was on Main Street.
Yep.
There'd be
Sure.
hookers sitting on the counter,
Yep.
and there'd be pimps in the corner and drug deals going on.
And back to poop. The poop in the toilets in the ladies' room just kind of heaped over the
Yeah.
top of the seat.
yeah, they didn't flush; it just
Yeah.
stood over the
No.
top. Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. It was like Woodstock.
Yeah.
Remember Woodstock when they
Yeah.
did, there was
Yeah.
like a cone.
I
that came
stole
out
your
of the,
sock to wipe my ass.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, your sock. I have to go
So-
poop.
Yep, that's perfect.
Uh,
So now there's about 25 or 30 places in Rochester that have a variation of their
Yeah.
garbage plate. In fact, our local baseball team is the Rochester Red Wings, and they actually once a year they change their jerseys and become the Rochester Plates in an anniversary exhibition, not exhibition game, but just a kind of a fun something to
fun
do. Yeah, just a color change in
There
your
was
uniform.
Yeah.
comedian that just tweeted about it or was on
Jim
TV. about-
Gaffigan.
Yes,
Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
That
he
was
was in
pretty cool.
town, and
He
yeah,
lo-
it's
he
it's
talks
it's
about
it's
food.
it's
Yeah.
pretty famous. I don't think it doesn't transcend in other places. Kind of like the Permantes
Yeah.
Brothers sandwich doesn't do well
Right.
here.
Yeah.
That's our Pittsburgh thing, and Chicago's got their pizza, and
Yeah.
everybody's got their one little.
Right.
Well, it's like trying to get a good buffalo wing anywhere that's not Western New York.
Right.
And they
Oh.
actually think like you go to Florida, I'm gonna get some wings. Like, there's no fucking way that's a wing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
they're
know.
pigeon wings.
I'm not sure
They
where.
are. You know how I know
Yeah.
that? Because I shit on my windshield after I eaten them. I did.
Right.
Car crash. Car crash. Car crash. Come on, you fucker! Load.
That was horrible.
I
Yeah.
know.
You know-
Horrible.
I wanted it to be horrible. It just
That's
it. Fuck! I wanted to.
It was
Okay, let's try it
perfect.
again. Let's try it again.
Okay.
You know how I know they're pigeon wings?
How is
Because I
that?
shit on my windshield on the way home.
You did good.
It was on the inside,
You did good.
That's good.
the inside of the windshield.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come on, it's a funny
Ba-dum-bum.
joke.
Wasn't
Come
funny.
on, it was
You know,
funny.
It was stupid.
They do have. I found one place, a Philly cheesecake. Or not cheesecake. I like those too.
I like cheesecake.
But cheesesteak.
Mm.
They're usually, I've never been to Philadelphia, so never got to go. But I am a connoisseur. I really need to go there. But there was a place called South Street Deli in Florida, and the people were from Philadelphia, and they made a kick-ass
So
cheesesteak.
okay, the two most famous, and I can't remember. I know one is Geno's, and I
Yep.
can't remember the other one. they're literally 50 feet apart from each other in Philadelphia.
Philly?
We were down there for a basketball tournament, and I said, girls, we're going to go to an original Philly cheesesteak. And we literally went to both places. You buy one here, and we ate it while we were walking to the other place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they're competing, and they're competition, and they're literally 50 feet or
And they use
whatever.
like Cheese Whiz, don't they?
Yeah, it's
They're
I don't.
full on spray bottle Cheese Whiz.
Oh yeah, it's a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't. That's not how they do it here with the Philly Steakout. And they got a damn good steak.
Yeah.
They do a good job over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to get one of those.
Yeah, the originals. I can't remember. Gino's was my favorite, and that's why I remember.
Now,
it,
what do
but
they
I
got in
can't-
Cleveland? Don't they got some kind of spaghetti thing or some kind of spaghetti and fucking peanut butter? I don't know what the fuck it is.
I
That
don't know.
sounds
Ask,
delicious.
ask,
There's
ask it to
something-
Google.
There's
Ask it
something bizarre.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
Cleveland dish. You know, like the
I
Philly
wonder if it's a-
cheesesteak.
I wonder
you got
if
a
it's a
Rochester garbage plate. Yeah.
I don't know. I have no
in
idea.
New York City, you got great delicacies.
I know that when we were in Sandusky, we went to this
Pizza.
place that had like 175 different flavored chicken wings.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but that's Sandusky, and they had one that they had like 75 different variations of hot, right? And the top of the list was nuclear, and it was like you couldn't smell the fucking.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, I mean, your eyes watered as they walked
Had
past you.
kerosene in it.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
knows? Ghost peppers and what do you got
it?
there, T?
They're Cleveland. I've got the 10 iconic foods in Ohio.
Okay.
So Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
Yeah. Those are those peanut butter balls that you dip in the
Ooh.
chocolate and you have at Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I like the sound of
They're
that.
delicious. You've never had them?
No, I
It
don't think
sounds
so.
like Reese's.
Oh my
peanut
God, they're
butter
so
cups.
good. Yeah, but like on crack, so it's really good.
Mm.
Tony
crack.
Packo's chili dogs.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Not heard of that.
I don't think they really have anything.
No.
Slyman's. That sounds gross. Slyman's corned beef.
No.
I don't think I could eat something that said that.
I know.
The
Really,
word slime
if
in
you're going to
food.
put something in your mouth, I would suggest you don't call it slime. I mean, I'm not a marketing genius, but I'm pretty sure that's probably not the direction you want to go.
So here's one.
A slimy hot dog.
That's bad. That's really bad. Slimy chili dog. Wendy's Frosty with fries because it's from Cleveland. Dave Thomas was from Cleveland.
Okay, well,
So
yeah,
that's
but
it.
that's not
I
something.
know.
See,
That's
I
it.
thought they had something
a-
that had to do with spaghetti or something.
if I'm in New Orleans, I'm going to get mud bugs. If I'm in Pittsburgh, I'm
Ooh.
going to get a Permante's Brothers
Yeah.
sandwich. If I'm in
Okay.
Rochester, I'm going to get a garbage plate. Those are the way, those.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe this is a
If
shitty
you're in
list.
Greenwich Village, you're getting a pizza.
no,
Oh, I would.
nah.
Oh, my God,
Nah, I don't.
yes.
I'm a Chicago pizza guy.
Oh, really?
I like a deep dish. Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Ah.
The three-way.
What the fuck is a three?
I like it
Well, we know
already.
It's spaghetti noodles and heaps of shredded cheddar cheese and chili with a hint of cinnamon. They come together to create this interesting dish.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's
The
Cleveland.
three-way.
It's
Yeah.
called a three-way.
And that's how they name the team because you get the shits after it in the Cleveland Browns.
Ooh.
I'm
You're not biased or
I'm a
anything.
big Steeler fan, so
Yeah.
I'm
a
familiar
mortal
with
enemy.
mortal enemy. And to be honest with you, Cleveland's been a skid mark on the underpants of the NFL since 1943.
They
So
really have.
yeah, they're terrible.
I mean,
They're-
Jim Brown, and then that's the end of their lore.
Yeah, that's it. They have nothing.
That's their guy.
And they had Bernie Kosar.
As I said, there was
And
Jim
now they
Brown.
got Baker Mayfield. Fucking little twat. I can't stand that kid.
I mean, come on. You almost feel like they got to get a gimme. I mean, at least let him into the playoffs just as a,
No.
Well, they
kind
might
of like
get it this year.
kid with a dream.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
The Miracle Network.
Yeah, they added an extra team to the NFL schedule though, or NFL.
They'll be better than the Browns already.
Yeah. No. They're actually letting another team into the playoffs. Is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Instead of 6 teams, there's 7 teams going
And the
to
Browns
the
still won't make it.
playoffs. I know, and they've got all the
Sorry,
talent. They
Browns
got
fans.
all the talent in the world, and they can't pull it together. It's
They just
coaching,
can't do
it's
it.
organization, it's top down, bottom
Yeah.
up. It's
Yeah.
And
long as,
Landry and that other mental patient Beckham are going to go nuts this year.
Yeah.
They're gonna just come unhinged. When they start ripping off 7 in a row losses, they're gonna bring guns on the field. You know what I mean? Especially Beckham. He's
That's
a
right.
criminal.
Remember what was it, the last
fucking
Boy
kid.
Scout with Bruce Willis and Damon
Yep.
Wayans?
Yep.
And I think it's Damon. Is it Damon Wayans is running down the field?
It wasn't Damon Wayans. It was the
one of the
opening
other-
scene. Yeah, it was the opening scene where the
he
kid
got
was.
shot. Or did
No.
somebody got shot. They was trying to make a touchdown, and he shot a guy that was defending.
Yeah.
So he could get into the end zone.
I love that.
And that was the exposure of the drugs that were associated,
Yeah.
the pain medication.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I actually like that.
Yeah, it was a great film.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is the guy, man. He was,
I know.
He was cool.
Yeah, he's got some
He
good
is.
stuff.
Yeah, I liked him. Right past the Die Hard 3, I kind of lost. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's
I
going
just
on
watched the
here.
recent one. I don't know what it's called.
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard with a.
Die Hard with
There's a
a walker.
new one.
Well, it's probably 3 or 4 years old with the young
Oh.
kid.
Die Hard.
Oh,
take-
his
take
son.
I don't think it's his son, is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Die Hard, take
Die
the
Hard
crust
again.
off my toast. I don't know. I don't want crust on my bread, please.
Wow. Where's the fucking crash?
Missed it. That one went right by.
God damn it!
I
And you
drifted
were
around the corner on
you were-
that one.
You sure
When
did.
you were talking, I should have just loaded it right up. No, I don't know what it's called. It's God damn it!
We are old.
It's like
Yeah, this is fucked.
we are.
Got 3 people with no memory trying to remember shit.
yeah, I know,
terrible.
really.
Like, I just changed the subject. It'll come around in a few days.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Yep.
I can feel it coming.
Let's talk
It's
about
rattling.
poop again.
All right, so the new Die Hard is what the fuck?
Die Hard.
It's a good day to die hard. That's what it is.
Okay. They ran out of fucking names.
Yeah, it's a good day.
There's nothing original anymore.
No.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
It's
No.
tough. That's where you got to go back old school.
Yeah.
Casablanca. Anything with Humphrey Bogart in it.
Oh.
Besides
You
Sabrina.
said old school. I'm like John Hughes.
John Hughes is
Pretty
awesome.
in Pink.
I know. Yeah. I just watched Weird Science the other day.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
That's
good.
fun.
Yeah, it's a good flick, man.
Oh yeah, and it was. I mean, Kelly
Kelly
LeBrock
LeBrock,
was
yeah.
good.
Real
fucking-
genius.
Yeah, it came out when I was 13.
We
so
all wanted to be. The
Fast
girls
Time,
wanted to be
Real-
Kelly LeBrock. The boys wanted to.
be
Kelly
inside
LeBrock.
Kelly.
Yeah, we wanted to be inside Kelly LeBrock.
That's nice.
Especially
Fast
when,
Ti-
especially when he was like manufacturing her tits on the fucking
Yeah.
computer, and it was like, brrr. And I'm like, yes,
But he made
Perfect.
them smaller.
he made him perfect.
No, right. They
Oh,
got real
yeah.
big. Well, anyway, they got real big.
Real
and they made
genius
him,
with
what
Val
did he
Kilmer.
say?
What's that?
What did he say when he made him real big, though? More than a handful is.
More than a mouthful's wasted.
He didn't say
Oh,
mouthful,
okay,
he
yeah.
said handful.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So what was the Val Kilmer?
Real genius back when Val Kilmer wasn't crazy.
Is he crazy?
He's a little weirdo. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
I suppose he's a little difficult to work, and yeah, he's kind of gone the way of what the hell was
Mel
his name?
Gibson?
Marlon Brando.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
Marlon Brando went cuckoo
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
did.
did watch Mel Gibson in a Bloodfather movie the other day.
Oh, okay.
Blood-
I'm just
Father.
like, yeah, it's called Bloodfather.
Oh, I
He
thought
actually
just
looked
made up
pretty
that
good.
name.
I mean, he didn't
Yeah.
look, I mean, he's fit. He's I mean, he's obviously aging, but he plays an old biker who's his strange daughter comes back into his life and she's in trouble, so he has to save her, and
Oh, okay.
from the drug
That
cartel.
doesn't happen.
It was a pretty good, it was pretty good.
Give me back my kid.
I typically wouldn't watch, after his whole meltdown with the Jews and the sugar tits and yelling
Yeah.
at the cops and all
yeah.
that shit that he did. I kind of go away from actors when they start losing their fucking minds like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm out of shit to watch, so I'm like, I'll try it. What the fuck, I'll
Oh,
try it.
come on, like Patriot.
That's a great movie. That's an
Yeah.
unbelievably good movie.
That movie just gives me chills. I mean, it's historically a fucking nightmare. I mean,
Right.
it's so completely inaccurate, but I don't care. 'Cause it's
Oh, is
fucking
it?
great? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a total history geek,
Yeah.
but that thing is so fucking whacked out. Like all the parts are there, but they're completely rearranged.
Are they?
That's all right.
But
Well,
the movie is
Entertainment. Is
awesome.
it good?
But it's like the Untouchables. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Frank Nitti didn't get thrown off a roof in Chicago. He died of fucking gunshot wound to his own head
Yeah.
because he was crazy from the fucking syphilis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But movies have to take some fucking liberties when it comes to
Yeah.
making it entertaining. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay.
What's the Mel Gibson one? See, this is how old I am. Scottish.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All I could think of was Die
Oh,
Hard.
yeah.
So stuck.
Awesome
I
movie.
love
Yeah.
Braveheart.
Historically, completely
That's-
inaccurate.
is
The only
it?
thing that was accurate was his name,
Really?
William Wallace.
Isn't
William
That's
Wallace.
about it.
That's so funny.
But it's a great
It
movie.
is a great movie.
And
They
you know what?
moan people.
He did. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did.
that was what you had to. That was
Yeah.
like part of the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to show you my flag.
Then you
But
got an
that's what-
arrow in your
In the
ass.
ass, yeah.
But you know what? That's a lot more interesting version of history than what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And who
Yeah.
gives
Yeah.
a fuck? It all worked out the same. Who
That's
cares?
right.
Yeah.
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
They wore blue makeup. Yeah. Sure, why not?
They
It
wear
looks cool.
skirts.
Yeah, he told
Yeah.
everybody to fuck off.
Yeah.
right. Yep, yep.
How do they say it, Andy? Tell me.
Fuck off.
There we go.
Fuck
Fuck
off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
And
So when I was in Scotland, I got to tell you,
Fuck
this is so funny. The I just love other people's accents. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't care if they're hillbillies. I don't care if they're inner city black people. I don't care if they're southern drawl and the hill
Boston.
just in a West Side fucking Rochester Dagos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the way they talk. Like,
Sure.
it's just the nuances of things that they say. It's like like the Italians. And Mike, you know this.
Minya.
What I love about Italians and the way they talk is they say,
Forget about it.
no. They say
Listen to him to correct in fucking Italian.
they do.
He's like, no.
Correct me,
No,
please.
sorry, no.
See, I grew up Italian, so you
We'll
don't.
see. We'll see if it
grew-
passes the censors. Otherwise, you're gonna wake
He
up.
grew up with Italians, but he's not Italian.
Not a
That's
drop,
right. That's
not a
right.
drop. But I thought I was until I was 13. I did because
You
all my
did?
I did. I thought everybody was Italian. We had Gamba Curta, Speranza, Cincioni, Carcati, Cavicchioli. I mean, everybody I grew up
Bada
with.
bing, bada boom.
Yeah, every single one of them. I mean,
Camello.
I lived in Greece, so they were all Italian except for me and Nora.
yeah, and I literally thought that everybody was Italian. Everybody. But when they ask a question, they
Right.
use this double negative thing with the no at the end. Like, I should kill him. No. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute. What are you asking me? It's the positive or the negative. It's
Right.
they every single time.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should kill him. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
No.
No, yeah.
Oh no. I should kill him. No.
Couple two tree.
Yeah. Couple two tree.
Couple two tree.
Hey, Apollon Quesadich. And I called my
Chicken
daughter
or beets?
Cheech. Cheech the door.
So my great grandmother used to say chicken or beets. I don't remember what the fuck it meant.
Yeah.
Chicken or beets, Michael, but she couldn't speak a word of English. She said, chicken or beets, Michael. I'm like, what does that mean? Does that mean favorite grandson or you look like a turd? I don't know. Could have meant either. She looked like the lady, and God bless her, she's been gone many years. But Monsters Inc., the lady that mans the
Oh,
counter that
yeah.
has the glasses with the chain.
Lipstick.
Yeah, and her hair. That's what my
That was
great
your
grandmother
grandma?
looked like.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh.
I never actually saw her stand.
Really?
She was always at the kitchen table rubbing rosary beads together, so I figured that she must have been close. At all
Close.
times.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I got to catch up and
Oh.
rub them harder.
Oh my God,
So-
that's funny.
I once saw my great grandma pee when I was a little girl.
Okay.
I'm really weird. And I thought that she had a penis. So I thought that
Oh,
as you
whoopsie.
grew up
Yeah.
as a woman,
You
Uh-huh.
got
you grew up and had a penis. I was like
Oh,
3 or 4.
whoopsie.
Why was she standing?
No, she was just sitting down, but her legs were spread apart.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was just the whole,
All
you
the
know,
things in there?
aging,
Yeah.
that I thought was a penis. I was
You're
like,
oh.
when I was, you know, a toddler.
Oh.
So
I am going to write a song called My Grandma Has a Penis.
My grandma has a penis.
I think that's appropriate. We could do that for COVID-19.
My
That's right.
grandma
Yeah.
has a penis.
Oh boy, here we
Scared
go.
the shit out of me. Grandma has
It's
a
not
penis.
fucking working. I don't know what the
Scared the
problem is, but
shit
there's
out
like a
of me.
weird. It plays, but it's
Mhm.
really low, and then if I play it again, it plays normally.
It's just
Whatever.
fucking with you, dude.
It's fucking.
You know
with
what?
Me.
It's
Bad.
because he's funny.
No,
That's what it is.
that's not.
It is.
Yes.
That's
He's
not
funny.
it.
Karma's coming back around.
Yeah.
Are those people practicing social distancing over there?
No.
Let's
No,
look.
the bums are drinking beer in the church parking lot.
We're not either.
It's Benny the
We are
Boombox
too.
Bum.
Yeah. Hey, you can listen to our podcast on Betty the Boombox.
That's right.
He's a bum that walks around Monroe Avenue with the boombox with no batteries in it.
Oh. His name's Benny.
We just assumed
I like that.
that we just assumed it was Benny. It could be Bobby.
I'm pretty sure it's Benny.
Bobby.
Think
Benny
you're
the
right.
Boombox Bum. Benny the batteryless Boombox Bum.
Oh my battery. Oh, forget
Forget
it.
it. Nope.
Forget it.
Nope.
Fuck that
You're
one all up.
hungover.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
do
not
it.
working for me today. I don't
It's
know what's
not.
going on.
That's
All
what
right,
she
well.
said.
Oh, please stop doing that.
Sorry. I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah. So actually, we're going to wrap this show up. We got to talk a little bit about our sponsors, but and give you the coupon codes. We got DTF, deliciously twisted flavors. You go to vapedtf.com and you put in the coupon code 2020, and you can get 20% off your order. That's good for 0, 3, and 6. 35 and 50 nicotine levels, and you can get peach kiwi lemonade, apple cinnamon cereal. You can get the Blue Raz Slushy, Grape Pixie Stick, or Vanilla Ice Cream with Rainbow Sprinkles. Also, you can see Tina's pucker on our website if you go to Stupid Humans.
I'm famous.
Stupid Humans, the podcast. STOOPID, stupidhumansthepodcast.com. And you can check out all our swag. We also have a nice little coupon code from Hemp Perfection. So if you go to buyhempperfection.com, you can pick up anything that you need for your CBD relief. And whether it's stress, anxiety, pain management, arthritis, whatever. I mean, I used, like I said, the lotion for part of my rehabilitation. I was rubbing the 1,000 milligram lavender and arnica. It smells really great, too.
Is that what I got last time?
You got one of them. I can't remember which one you got.
I got a lavender one.
You got the lavender
It's
and arnica?
amazing.
Isn't that good?
It's amazing, yeah.
What and you putting on your butt, right?
No, I didn't put it on my butt. I didn't put it on my butt. No.
Tina Jr.
On the hemorrhoid,
right,
gotta
yep.
make it work. No, I didn't put it there, but I put it on other aches and pains, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it really works well. It works well. My mother uses it. My stepmother uses it on her hands, and she plays golf a lot, and her hands are just shot. So she's been using it, and she loves it. So you get, if you type in the coupon code at checkout, it's McRib, MCRIB. That's me, McRib10 at buyhempperfection.com. You get 10% off your order and always free shipping. We got a great guest coming in, so make sure you check out our next episode. We got Brimstone calling in. This guy has got some great stories. I can't wait to talk to him. Thanks for listening to us in Michigan. We love you guys. Make sure you support the Lucky Lizard Lounge and 94.1 Lizard Radio. Buy your T-shirts from that guy because he's a good guy. Max Volume. We love him. We love all you guys, and please be stupid.